Rachel, Kathleen, Ross, Linda. Look at all the folks tuning in on January 1st, 2023.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is our church service again this morning. Good morning, Elaine. Happy New Year.
Great job, everyone. Way to start the new year.
Yeah, way to show up at church the easy way. This is the second Sunday in a row because of the holidays that we are just doing a broadcast from our house to your house, because we know that many times on January 1st people don't just leap out of bed.
Yeah.
Did you leap?
I woke up before my alarm, so yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So did I, actually. Yeah. Oh, hi, Marianne. Happy New Year. Yeah, Lana. I got up before the alarm, too. It's so weird. Like, on Sunday mornings, we've got this routine around this house, and we're kind of up and at them and out the door at 9 o'clock and whatever. And it's so strange to not do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we don't do that. The only Sundays we don't get up and go to church are when we're out of town.
Yeah, we're on vacation.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, we still go to church when we're on vacation occasionally.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, so I went on a walk this morning because it's 51 degrees. It's absolutely beautiful. Hi, Albert. New PJs and coffee, says Kathleen. I got the coffee. I changed out of my PJs. I couldn't quite do PJs this morning. I was tempted. Half an hour ago, I was in my PJs.
I changed.
Yeah, Sam does not sleep in this.
No.
Anyway, so what we're going to do is, as usual on a Sunday morning, if you have prayer requests, put them in the comments. We don't have a Facebook producer this morning. We are our own. So we've got a laptop right here. And we'll try to catch them as they come in, and I'll do a prayer at the end. But it'll be like in 15 minutes from now. Like, it's going to be really short, little.
Yeah, just a brief check-in.
Yeah, but we thought we'd do just a quick reflection. And we have a great United Methodist tradition to share with you today. Methodists have a January 1st tradition besides regretting choices from the night before. And then we'll do announcements and then the prayer at the end. I want to do an update on my brother, though, because didn't we talk about this last Sunday on Christmas Day?
It was so long ago, I can't remember, but probably.
So, just because a number of you know him, and he might be watching from the airplane right now, but my brother was one of those many tens of thousands of people affected by the Southwest shenanigans, where they just stopped flying airplanes at Christmas. And he was supposed to be here the Friday before Christmas. He is arriving this morning, 9 days after he was supposed to get here. So my dad actually just went off to the airport to go pick him up. But he was able to change his vacation. So he can be here for a week starting today.
Yeah, and then leave after church on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I just wrote that one.
For Lindy. Yeah, she's on here. Yeah, Lindy.
Oh.
Lost her mother.
Okay, she was on. Okay.
Lost her mother, yeah. Yeah. Poor Lindy. I know that's a tough one. Good morning, Sarah.
Yay,
you
Sarah
found
found
it.
us.
Yay.
Good job, Sarah. Hopefully you can hear us. Yep.
That makes me laugh. So Sarah, we never are able to watch the comments on, or I can't see the comments on Sunday morning because we don't have a way to. We're developing it, but currently we don't have a way for me to see Facebook comments. So I'll look at the broadcast afterwards and see poor Sarah's like, I'm trying to find you.
No, she found us. There we go.
It's a brand new year, Sarah. New year, new tricks. I'm glad. Okay, so put prayer requests in the comments. So, very natural thing to do on today for a new year is resolutions. Resolutions. Do you do New Year's resolutions, Sam?
Yeah, sometimes.
You resolve to do resolutions. Why not?
But no, my resolution this year is to try to get 10,000 steps a day. So.
Okay, well, you have something to help you do that.
Yeah, I got a smart device that counts my steps. Except yesterday when I went on a walk, it wasn't reaching. Hey, Tom. We're going to have dinner with you later tonight.
Yeah, Tommy.
Except last night when I went on my walk and it was counting my steps, it couldn't quite connect to like the satellite or GPS for the first quarter mile. So I got shorted. It's actually, it counted the steps, but the mileage didn't line up. So, anywho, so that's what my resolution is, to get more steps in.
I think this is really smart of Sam's work because you got to choose it as a sort of a Christmas gift, and it's helping their employees who they insure for health insurance be a little bit more healthy. So, yeah, good.
Yeah, so that's my resolution. What else? That goes under exercise more. I got a couple good books, so maybe read more.
There you go.
There's this podcast that we listen to, and at the end of the year they do their resolutions, and then because they've been doing it for a while, before they do their resolutions, they recap what they promised last year.
Oh, right, they go back.
Yeah, it was like the one guy resolved to travel more, and he did travel more.
Oh, that was easy from 20.
Oh, I know, it was easy, but it was a nice kind of thing. And then they all harass each other because the one resolves to read more, and they're like, "So what did you not read?"
Because he never does it.
He never got to it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, and then one of them resolved to get into crypto.
Last year?
Yes. Yeah.
Did he?
I think he did for a little bit, and now he doesn't have what he put it,
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. That's funny. I used to do resolutions. I keep a diary, and so that's a nice place to record and then kind of see how you did. I don't do them as much.
Oh, Sarah's picture, no sound.
Oh, darn it, Sarah.
Her speaker isn't connected.
Someone go over to Sarah's house. It lives right around the corner. Fix that thing.
I got it on mine.
Sound is working.
Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah.
We should have an ASL interpreter for this.
Well, then she'd have to learn sign language too.
Oh, okay, well. We could call her.
We did that before. Didn't we do that one time? I feel like we did that on a Wednesday night. We phoned somebody in.
It was Joni.
Joni, that's right. She called us, dude. Someone called her. Anyway. So I don't do resolutions as much as I used to. I think because, I don't know, sometimes they're so lofty and then you fail, right? Like it's sort of that thing, and developing new habits, you have to do so intentionally that you have to keep at it, like you have to maintain, so it's not just like a January 1st thing or a January thing. So
right, yeah.
So I'm thinking a lot about just the small correct decisions that you make every day, like not the game changers. We had a friend on Facebook recently who was like, literally, this was a thing she said. She said, I have 100 hours to change my entire life. And I thought, but it's never the way that it is. Like, if you want to make a change, you don't do it, like, it's not like a lobotomy. Like, you have to say, I'm going to do this little tiny thing, this achievable thing, better.
Yeah.
This little achievable thing better every day, right? And that, starts to turn the aircraft carrier. So, and since I'm feeling a little bit larger in size, kind of like an aircraft carrier, my little tiny thing is to try to walk every day.
Hey, Kevin.
Outside. Oh, it's Kevin. Happy New Year,
All the way from
Kevin.
Florida.
Yeah, what happened to your church this morning, Kevin?
No, he's here. He's at church. Thank you, Kevin.
We're telling.
Yeah.
The Congregational Church had their worship service with a brunch yesterday.
Oh, the Christmas, New Year's Eve brunch?
New Year's Eve brunch. They had a church service yesterday, and they are not doing anything right now, which is why Kevin showed up. So.
Robin's practicing minimizing at home. Right, if it doesn't spark joy, you could recycle it or give it away or donate it.
Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
No, it's like put stuff back where you got it, because that's part of the clutter around my house is that, I grabbed that book and I just didn't put it back. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Good for you, Robin. That's a good one, right? You could do like one little minimizing thing every single day.
Yeah, and just try to get a streak of doing it day after day.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try for the walking thing. We've got a nice like little path through the woods, sort of marsh, right across the street. Like I have no excuses.
No, then you get to talk to your neighbor,
Yeah, I walked this morning because I didn't have to get up and go to church.
Helped her walk her dog.
Yeah, well that wasn't a very, I didn't get my heart rate going at all because the dog was like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, but you got your steps in.
And then the dog had to do what dogs do.
Well, yeah. And that dog has really short legs, so even if you were trying to get your pace up, the dog would be very tired.
No, he was busy smelling bunnies and deer.
Looking for deer.
Yeah. So this is the Methodist thing that I wanted to share with you. Happy New Year, George. I see you there. Happy New Year, Dee. Dee, you were right on trend this morning. Dee put up the Facebook post for today, and you and I are on the same vibe, the same United Methodist vibe, because there is this beautiful prayer that is attributed to John Wesley, who founded kicked off the Methodist movement. That is a sort of New Year's resolution, but it leaves it open, right? Instead of saying, this is what I'm going to do, I have a goal. Mm-hmm. It says, what does God have for me this year? It's like beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to read to you this Wesleyan covenant prayer. This is, I think John Wesley did write it. I think he did. Sometimes there's things that are attributed to him.
I'd Google it, but my phone is being used.
Oh, sorry. So listen to what John Wesley prays here, the covenant prayer. I am no longer my own, but yours, God. Put me to what you will. Place me with whom you will. Put me to doing. Put me to suffering. Let me be put to work for you or set aside for you, praised for you or criticized for you. Let me be full. Let me be empty. Let me have all things. Let me have nothing. Isn't that amazing?
We'll keep going.
I will. But basically Wesley is like, I am open, God, to whatever you have before me. And I just love that it's this willingness to just see how God's moving and what God's calling you to, and not being like, well, it's not that. That's not my goal. That's not my resolution. I'm not. Then it includes things like being empty and having nothing. Also, not very normal New Year's Eve or New Year's resolution. So he says, after saying that, I freely and fully surrender all things to your glory and service. And now, O wonderful and holy God, creator, redeemer, and sustainer, you are mine and I am yours. So be it. And the covenant which I've made on earth, let it also be made in heaven. So that's why it's called a covenant prayer. The covenant prayer will repeat in our breath prayers all month. Nice job, Dee. That's a great way to sort of reinforce that. And you put up a graphic of the whole covenant prayer this morning, so on the same Facebook page. Beautiful, the Wesley covenant prayer. So anything else? Any other news and announcements besides that we have to take a nap after this because we stayed up really late?
We saw the ball drop in New York, then we saw the ball drop in New Orleans, and then the ball was about to drop.
Isn't that the same?
New Orleans? No.
Oh, is New Orleans on Central Time?
Yeah, that's where they did it. They had it in Jackson Square, there by the church.
Yeah.
And then we almost saw it drop at the next place.
The problem is that our kids are getting big enough to stay up pretty late, and they're so excited. Yeah. Well, and Wes wasn't home yet. He didn't get home till
Yeah, and it was very foggy on the way home.
So we had to make sure everybody was safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we had to call the police.
Yeah, there were youths out walking by the elementary school.
Yeah, kids at 1:30 in the morning?
I could look at my phone and see what time I called it in.
Yeah, we were not trying to be nasty or anything, but they were young, and we were like, who's out walking at 1:30?
They're in their pajamas, but one had a pillow.
Anyway, hopefully hopefully they got home okay. I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have prayer requests? We got the one. Oh, Dee, are you Facebook? Dee,
Producing.
Facebook
She is
producing. New Year's resolution, Dee. Get on
Good job,
Facebook. I thought you weren't doing that today.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a few announcements for you. This is the first Sunday of the month, and we have a couple things that we do the first Sunday of the month. That's communion. We're going to do that next week when we're back in person. That's also the toddler happy hour. That's also going to be next week. So those first Sunday things are just moving 1 week. Also, the missions team said, hey, let's be helpful to the unhoused population. You might remember Pastor Bill I think it's pronounced Hoke. I'm going to say it wrong. Pastor Bill, he's my friend. I don't call him.
Was it Danielle's friend from Woburn?
Woburn, yeah. He's in Woburn, and he does ministry with the unhoused both in Woburn and Waltham. He came for a Super Sunday last year to talk, and we did like little kits to be handed out to people. So we're doing another collection for people who are unhoused.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to say that better. Not homeless people, but people who are unhoused.
Yeah.
So we're collecting hats, scarves, gloves, and socks. And we're going to hang them all on the Christmas tree right in the front entry.
Oh, that'd be nice. So you
Yeah.
can see all the gloves and hats. Didn't we do that last year?
Yeah, but it was just a little tree.
Okay.
But we're going to leave up that tree in the foyer, and they're going to take the ornaments off, and we're just going to decorate it with all the things we collect all the way through January 29th.
Very handy.
Now, if it stays 51 degrees, they're not going to need hats and gloves and
Well,
socks.
but you might need it later.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's in the comments there. Thank you, Dee, for putting it. So we're going to give it on Sunday, January 29th.
Yeah, so that'll be the last day we can decorate that tree. Yeah, Robin, the Super Sundays, we did like, it was sort of like a special emphasis during that time to get us coming to church, frankly, because we had forgotten how to do that because of COVID. But the missions team is really creative, and it was really neat the way they brought in a special emphasis and focus once a month. So I know they're going to be back at, educating us about how we can be helpful similarly. So even if I don't think we'll call them Super Sundays, Robin, but we'll still have opportunities like this to do things. Yeah. So
Kathleen mentioned Norma. So yes, Norma for the prayer request. She tripped on her cat,
yeah, Norma tripped over her cat.
Casper.
That is so bad because you can't tell cats don't go there.
No, there's a big ball of fluff. And it just kind of.
They go where they want.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous.
I feel like I've stepped on our cat maybe once. No, on accident.
But at least you stepped on it and didn't fall. I'd rather step on the cat.
It was like,
I mean,
that's
you
all of a sudden you're on something soft and furry that makes a hiss.
Not to make light of it. I mean, Norma, I think, is in a lot of pain. She
Yeah.
stayed overnight at the hospital. We're doing meals, by the way, for Norma and Bobby. There's like a little meal sign up. That, I just sent it out to a very small list of people so far. But if you want to bring a meal to Norma and Bobby, I thought about putting it in the comments, and I don't want to do that because this is a public page and it has their address and stuff. So I'm not dropping it here. But if you want to help by bringing a meal sometime over the next 2 weeks, just say I want to help or message me or something, and I'll send you the sign up link. I think there's only 2 days left. A lot of people, stepped right up. That was wonderful. Oh, and then there's one more thing I wanted to highlight. It was in the email this week if you're on the church email list, but there is a workshop called Engage Conflict Productively that's being put on by a consultant, like a church consultant that the New England Conference uses a lot. Engage conflict productively. Look at conflict as an opportunity. And that is a big deal. That's a big mind switch. A lot of times we avoid conflict, or conflict upsets us, or we feel like a jerk after conflict. We wish we handled things better. But this woman, Rebecca Simon Peter, is putting on this workshop. It's remote. It's on Thursday afternoons. And it's 3 sessions, I think. And it caught my eye. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if, as a church, we were proud of ourselves for how we handle disagreements when we have them, because we're gonna have them, right? And that we use them to understand each other better and to appreciate the differences we have rather than just right? Yeah. So anyway, engage conflict productively. just check the church email for that and consider it if you're somebody who doesn't feel like they do conflict well. That's a lot of us. Yeah. So it might be like a New Year's resolution thing. Like
There
this
you go.
year, I'm going to do a little bit better with that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's in the comments. Thank you, Dee, for putting
Oh,
that
thank you. Aren't you helping? You were just on fire.
there. She probably has the church email open.
She must. Yeah, I said no Facebook producer this morning.
No.
So Dee, I'm here with the laptop ready to do my own stuff. All right. I'm going to read the covenant prayer one more time for you, and then we can do prayer requests. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm no longer my own, but yours. Put me to what you will. Place me with whom you will. Put me to doing. Put me to suffering. Let me be put to work for you or set aside for you, praised for you or criticized for you. Let me be full. Let me be empty. Let me have all things. Let me have nothing. I freely and fully surrender all things to your glory and service. And now, O wonderful and holy God, creator, redeemer, and sustainer, you are mine and I am yours. So be it. And the covenant which I have made on earth, let it also be made in heaven. Amen. All right.
Hi, Karen from Kansas.
Hi, Karen from Kansas. We just did a little Wesley covenant prayer. Karen's a good Methodist from all the way back.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got the two requests, Lindy's mom
Yeah,
and Norma. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness! And today is little William Graves' birthday.
Well, was he born on New Year's?
Born on New Year's
Wow.
Day. Yeah, we got two little babies in the church born right now. Fia Reed just had a birthday yesterday, and William has a birthday today.
Oh, and then our friends Mike and Eachin had a baby on the 22nd.
For Fia, I sent her dad a text, and then I said, show the text to Fia. She's 2, I think. Right? And I put all these really fun emojis, and I put her name, F-I-A. And then I put like hearts and like, you know, present boxes and little confettis and stuff.
Nice.
I hope she got it. Alrighty. Let's have a word of prayer. God, we're thankful to gather together this way on a holiday. Thank you for teaching us new things as a church, God, that we can take an easier morning perhaps at home with our coffee and our bathrobes, but still gather as your people, saying hello to one another, encouraging one another, and remembering who you call us to be. God, we thank you for John Wesley and just what a giant of the faith he was, that he could give us this really just amazingly humble and obedient prayer, this Wesley Covenant prayer. Help us to consider it, God, what it means to just be open to what you have for us, not to like winning and success and fame and fortune and like amazing all the time, but anything that you have before us, God. Help us to be people who live into that. Now we lift before you our concerns this morning. We remember always those who are struggling with or in recovery from addiction. I pray especially for 2 new friends that I met yesterday who are in recovery, Fran and Patrick, and ask that you would help them, God, as they go through their residential treatment. We pray for those with mental illness, depression, and anxiety, especially TJ Lynch, still down in Connecticut. Ask that you'd grow him and help him. We pray for those grieving loss, and also for Norma Pierce, who's healing after a fall and a broken arm. We pray for Michael Boucher's friend Kurt, who's struggling with stage 4 cancer. Give him and his wife Lori hope and strength, God. And in the same way for Michael Boucher's other friend Chris, who also has stage 4 cancer. Be with him and his wife Shannon. God, we pray for Kathleen Epstein, who's healing up after a foot surgery, and for Jill and Rob Wilkinson and their health issues. God, we remember this morning Lindy Weston's mother, and we just ask that you would comfort Lindy and Becca and the whole family as they make arrangements to support them, God. We thank you for her life, and we ask that you comfort that family. We thank you for the hope and the promise of New Year. And God, we celebrate, our family celebrates that our daughter Lucy got her driver's license this week, and all the good ways that you're growing her into a young adult. Thank you for hearing our prayers, God. Now we ask that you would hear us as we pray together the prayer that Jesus taught us.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Also, celebration and thanks, I didn't want to forget.
We had a bunch of trees fall over in our at the church.
A bunch of trees fell down.
It's very windy.
Yeah, and so I put it in the email this way. I think I'm hilarious. But nothing says R&R during vacation week like heading straight down to the church and chopping up trees. Doesn't that sound like the Spicers? Because it was.
Well, and then they brought Kenneth.
That's what they do for vacation.
The brother-in-law from New York who's really good at cutting trees.
Yeah, he's like an arborist or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a bunch of trees were taken down at the church for free because we have that gift set within the church family. So thank you, Kenneth, for heading up the charge, and for Spicer Morissettes and George Schofield and Chuck Helm, who all helped to chop up trees. There's a bunch of firewood at church.
Did Granddad take photos of it?
It's in the email. Yeah, there's actually 2 piles of firewood that's yours for the taking from the tree projects. But we really appreciate those Spicer Morissettes.
It's free. It's like we're doing a fire sale.
All right. And that means we should stop broadcasting. Sam's gotten into the dad jokes. But yeah, that's celebration and thanks this morning. Just they do so much work around the church all the time, but that's a very special talent one. So anyway, I think that's all we got for you. Happy New Year. We love you, and we hope that you're looking forward to many good things. And if you're in Metro Boston, go out and take a walk. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's 53 right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you Wednesday at 7.
Yes.
Or at church at 10:30.
Next Sunday at the church building.
At church.
Communion, toddler time. It's going to be amazing. All right, everybody. God bless you. Take good care.
Bye-bye.